Well, Chief Justice Anthony Kennedy has announced that he will be retiring at the end of July. This is huge news because Kennedy he's not really considered a far left or a far right person in terms of his political interpretation of the Constitution, but he does hand down a lot of decisions that are what I would consider to be violations of the Constitution. In other words, if you think the Constitution means what it says, Justice Kennedy violates it in many, many decisions. And he's retiring. And that means there's going to be a vacancy. And that means, of course, President Trump gets to appoint, well, not quite appoint, but at least propose someone to be approved, confirmed, they say, for the next Supreme Court justice to go alongside Neil Gorsuch. Now, this power to put a Supreme Court justice on the court, someone who serves for life and someone who can impact literally thousands of decisions over their career, this power is huge. And it is a huge responsibility for President Trump to get it right. And he has been getting it right. Neil Gorsuch was an outstanding choice. We need another Neil Gorsuch. If Neil Gorsuch had a twin brother, that's who we would want on the Supreme Court next to replace Justice Kennedy. But there are many other great candidates as well. And they're all called originalists, which means that they believe the Constitution means what it says. And that's what we need, another originalist appointed to the Supreme Court. This opportunity it's tremendous, tremendous. And Trump may have the opportunity to appoint one more person. Because Ginsburg, her mind is already shot. She's been on chemotherapy drugs. She's got chemo brain. She can hardly function. She's still in there just because she wants to vote against the Constitution, and others like Kagan and Sotomayor, they're hardcore left-wing liberal activists who despise the Constitution, and they are there to destroy America. And it's time. We need to be able to outvote them at every major decision from the Supreme Court. With Kennedy retiring, these decisions that are currently handed down as 5-4, many of them could end up being 6-3. And then if Ginsburg retires or passes away, then another Supreme Court justice would be appointed and confirmed, and then decisions could be 7-2 in favor of the Constitution. This is huge. You talk about winning with this. The power to appoint not just one Supreme Court justice, but two, just two, is unusual. And potentially a third, in the next few years would be unprecedented, really. This means that the victory of President Trump in the 2016 election was so monumental in determining the future path of our country that your vote for Trump, because I voted for Trump and I know most of you did as well, your vote has helped save our nation. Because without Trump in office, if this had been Hillary Clinton in the White House, she would have already appointed some radical left-wing judge instead of Gorsuch, and that radical judge would have already handed down a lot of decisions that go against the Constitution. They would have gone after the Second Amendment right away. The Second Amendment would be history if Hillary Clinton were president. And that's one of the most sacred and most important rights that we have as individuals, as Americans, is the Second Amendment. So no matter what else happens in politics, in the 2018 midterms, for example, the fact that Trump gets another Supreme Court appointment is just so huge. It's winning at every level. Because the Supreme Court is the final answer to court decisions in the United States. Once the Supreme Court takes a case and renders a decision on it, that's it. It doesn't go to another court. It's a final decision. It sets a precedent, usually. It's huge. So we have an opportunity now. If Trump appoints the correct person, we have an opportunity to install the kind of Supreme Court justices who will protect this country for literally decades to come. You notice that Neil Gorsuch was kind of on the younger side as far as Supreme Court justices go. I think he's only in his, early 40s or so? I forgot his exact age, but I'm guessing it's around 42. That's young. He could be serving on the court for 40 years. I mean, think about it. 40 years of Gorsuch rendering pro-Constitution opinions. That's real influence right there. That's real power for patriots and for the Constitution. It's amazing. It's amazing. To have two more like Gorsuch would just be extraordinary. So this is a great day for America that Justice Kennedy is retiring, and that we've got an opportunity to put somebody in his place who will be reliably pro-Constitution. And Trump, this is why the Senate is holding up Trump's other appointees, federal judges, hundreds of them. The Senate keeps trying to interfere with that to slow him down, make sure that he can't get anything done, but they can't delay it forever. And they're not going to be successful in getting Trump out of office because the whole thing is a witch hunt, the Robert Mueller witch hunt, Russia collusion hoax. None of that's real. People know that. Trump is here to stay. I mean, at least through his first term and maybe a second term, if he decides to run for a second term. He may not. I don't know. He may say, you know what? I fixed your country. Here, you continue now from here forward. I don't know. But I hope that he runs again. I hope we have Trump for 8 solid years. And you know what I'm really looking forward to? This sounds a little bit cruel, I guess, but it's actually more comedic as far as I'm concerned. I can't wait for the leftists to become totally unhinged when they don't take back the House and the Senate in the 2018 midterms. I can't wait for them to just go ballistic, totally insane, screaming and crying out. The unhinged left is so mentally ill at this point that it's almost funny. Well, it is. It's laughable how insane they are and how they whip themselves up into all this emotional intensity, just like driving themselves mad with anger. When Trump is not impeached, and when the Democrats don't take back the House, leftists will go insane. And then when Trump is reelected in 2020, if he runs for office, which I think he will, then the left is going to go absolutely insane yet again. That's going to be the big one. We should have like cameras on the streets for that one. 2020, Trump wins re-election. Left goes not just insane, but bat-S insane. Like insanity at another new level. A whole new level of left-wing insanity. Something that you never really could imagine until they demonstrated it for you. I don't know what they're going to do. Set fire to their own faces? Screaming? Who knows? What are they going to do? Like sacrifice cats on camera to show how deranged they are? I mean, they could do anything. Jump out of airplanes without parachutes. I mean, some of this is going to be very, video worthy just to see. We're going to need a compilation of the unhinged, deranged, radical left when they keep losing elections. Now, they're not going to lose them all. And the way these things go, typically after 8 years of one administration, the White House typically flips back to the other party. So there's probably a pretty fair chance of Democrats taking the White House back in 2024. And it's not even a certainty that Trump would win in 2020 or even that he would run. So there's always, chance of things going the other direction. But I hope Trump runs in 2020 just so he can win, to see the unhinged reaction from the Democrats. That alone would be worth the election. Just to witness it, man. Because we're still having fun with the 2016 election and what those unhinged people did in that. Oh my God. Imagine if Trump gets, another Supreme Court pick. That would be, I'm talking about beyond Justice Kennedy, that would be 3 Supreme Court picks plus 2 terms as president, never got impeached, Russia collusion hoax falls apart, Hillary Clinton gets indicted, Barack Obama goes to jail. I mean, I'm not saying all these things will happen, but they could. Can you imagine the derangement of the left if even a fraction of those things happen? That would be amazing. I would pay tickets to see that ride for sure. In any case, stay tuned. There's a lot more coming for America. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Read my website, Trump.news. Every day we've got news about Trump, of course. Plus, we've got another website, whitehouse.news, which focuses solely on sort of White House policy and White House decisions and so on. So you're going to love it. Yeah, just read those websites. Thanks for listening. Mike Adams here, the Health Ranger. And God bless America. Take care.
Learn more at healthrangerreport.com.
Thank you for watching. If you want to support our mission, visit us at healthrangerstore.com for the world's largest selection of lab-verified superfood and nutritional products for healthy living. It's at healthrangerstore.com.